CBC News has learned the Canadian Union of Postal Workers has rejected Canada Post's latest contract offer. Canada Post workers have been taking part in rotating strikes across the country this past month, and they want better working conditions and more job security. The Canada Post is warning if there isn't a deal by tonight, holiday deliveries could be in jeopardy. So, should Ottawa step in? Joining us now, our weekend business panel, Michael Hyatt, an investor and entrepreneur, and Victoria Peltier, Vice President and Senior Partner at IBM Global Business Services. Welcome to you both. Well, okay, 5 weeks till Christmas. Let's talk about these rotating strikes.
What?
Michael.
It's a perfect time for a strike, right? I mean, this is. I mean, look, if I was counseling the union, I'd say absolutely reject everything right now. Black Friday's coming. The pressure's on. You have a government that's kind of union friendly that doesn't want to do a back-to-work legislation. It's unspecified what they're going to do. So I think they're playing the game of chicken right now. What do I think? I think that we should put them back to work, and I think they shouldn't have the ability to hold the country at hostage. And I would also say that they're asking for things that are over and above what the average Canadian gets. So they have to think about that a little bit.
Okay, 500 tractor trailers waiting full of parcels to go, and we haven't even really hit the Christmas rush. Victoria, should the government step in?
I absolutely think the government should step in at this point. I mean, if you look at the Canadian retailers, the small business owners who are impacted, I think the default for all of us is going to be Amazon, who has their own supplier and delivering. So absolutely, I think they should step in. I mean, now is not the time in an industry that's declining, for the union to be doing this.
And yet, the delivery of parcels, they're not just delivering letters anymore, as we know. I mean, I even had a courier bring a king-size bed to my door, and it was one guy in a truck. So the Canada Post carriers are carrying, they are carrying a lot more.
It's all parcels
The service has changed.
Yeah, I mean, you ever go to a condo now and you look at the poor guy at the front desk and he's just, every day he has a mountain of parcels on his desk. We're doing everything online. This has become a kind of a critical utility for Canadians. We are buying lots and lots online, and that's the trend. And even small businesses that have stores are shipping, and this is a critical infrastructure. And if you want to have a national system, then you can't take it down like this. But the government needs to step in and help come to an arrangement somehow with this. I think that cooler heads are going to prevail. I'd be very surprised if it gets anywhere near Black Friday. And listen, we have a massive backlog. Now, I've been getting mail. It's been getting late. But there's another side to this, that Canada Post puts himself in a position of getting the ire of Canadians, but also they become just less important with Canadians, and that's happened over the years. I would say the only thing that holds them together is the fact that parcels are going up.
So is there, in this current environment, as long as it lasts, are there opportunities for other parcel delivery services out there?
I absolutely think so. I mean, I am one of those consumers who does not enjoy going into the mall and having that experience. So if and where I can buy online, I'm going to. So look at all of the other deliveries. I mean, it's I actually had an Uber driver come and bring one the other day to me. I mean, and that's where you're going to see small businesses who want to stay relevant, who are highly engaged in dropship environment, looking to.
But is there not a recognition, though, that the whole process has changed, right? That they are carrying more heavy stuff, and should there not be some recognition of that in the contract?
Yeah, look, I think there should be. I think it's getting more difficult to deliver certainly parcels and letters. I think there's a compromise here. I think there's no side's going to outright win. I think we have to recognize some of the injury issues they're having for sure. The rural areas versus suburban. There's some interesting statistics there. But at the end of the day, do they have a good job? Do they have a better job than most Canadians? Do they have more security than most Canadians? Yes, they do. And they have to understand that they don't hold all the cards. We have a lot of different ways to deliver right now. And as every 5-year segment goes on, they'll become less important as there's other ways to deliver. Just imagine if we have full autonomous driving and robots start to deliver package. We're a ways off from that, but it's certainly not getting, it's not on their side. Technology and where we're going is not going to be on their side.
As you suggested, Victoria, the government should step in your opinion. When should they, though? Because we've got this midnight deadline, and as we say, a couple of weeks until the Christmas rush.
So I think they step in soon, but the fact is, Michael's absolutely right in terms of it's arbitrary in terms of them doing this. The union can continue to push it to the very last, date. We all want to hit Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals and start to see those come in. So if they're going to look to do it, they, ideally look to do that over the next, 4 days maximum. But that said, with hundreds of trailers and packages available, I actually still wonder whether they, enforce it and it's accepted, whether we're actually going to see, the laptop coming and arriving at our door.
Well, last time the government did this was 2011, and the Conservative government brought them back to work. But it'll be very, very interesting. There's probably a ton of things happening behind the closed doors right now, and the last thing the government wants to do is look like they're against unions because we have more of a left-wing government. But I think what's going to happen is that cooler heads will prevail. I think they'll come to some type of arrangement, but it has to happen soon because Black Friday's coming in. I think we have a 30-day backlog of stuff, and we're asking the UK mail carriers not to send stuff over.
All the international carriers.
This is a real problem. Yeah.